Good deal. Good deal. Okay, so you mentioned the pay being good, one of the main reasons you took the job.
Yeah.
How good's good for a car salesman? How good's good?
How good is good? What's good on your scale? What would you consider good?
I mean, for the hours that they put in
Yeah.
and the time that they're at that dealership, I mean, these guys are working probably no less than, 12 hours a day?
Oh, yeah. What kind of money would you need at that point to be able to keep that job?
Oh, man.
If you're in those shoes right now,
Working 12 hours a day,
if not more,
and then you're working Sundays to Wednesdays?
sometimes Sundays.
Okay.
One Sunday a month, but you're working every Saturday.
Yeah. Oh man, that would be shitty hours. I mean, I would hope I'd be making, I don't know, 75 plus.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, absolutely. My first year I made 6 figures, so it's definitely, the money's there for sure. As long as you put the work in and do it. If you're not willing to put the work in, you're not going to sell cars. You're not going to make money. You're wasting your fucking time.
Okay. So that's a great segue. So the lazy salesman.
They ain't making shit.
Okay. So I guess my question to you is, what's the difference between a lazy salesman and a good salesman?
So you're a lazy salesman, you're going to have them sit back in the team room, play on the computer all day, act like they're doing shit, not doing anything. So the way the car business is set up, some car dealerships, not all, but the one that I worked at, they had an internet sales team and then they had the regular sales team. Sales teams being out on the floor, chasing people all the way around the lot, chasing bumpers and shit like that. Internet sales is like Corey mentioned earlier. He calls in, he asks for people. When you call in, you get assigned to a certain person, and that's usually how it works. That's a promotion, by the way, getting the internet sales.
Really? So you can't get that right off the bat?
No. Unless, you have experience already in the field and something like that. But no, it's nothing that comes coming straight out of never selling before.
Is that the job that you'd want? Like if you wanted to be a car salesman, would it be better to be in internet sales?
It just depends on the time.
Okay.
If you got some floor traffic, you want to be out on the floor.
Yeah.
You're ready to pick up as many customers as you can. Sometimes the phones might be slow that day, right?
Yeah.
I love the internet sales. I like making phone calls. I like, talking to people on the phone, doing all that stuff because I generate my own traffic that way, Facebook, all that stuff. And that was just what I did.
Yeah.
And it worked very well. Most of them are internet leads and stuff like that. So if it's that way, then yeah, you're going to sell a bunch of cars. So I like that. I like being internet sales more than what I did on the floor.
Okay, so the lazy people, they just sit back at their desk and
sit back,
kind of trying to get by.
Yeah, they're not out trying to chase bumpers, chase people out on the lot and stuff like that. So yeah, they're not gonna sell cars. I mean, you're not gonna sell cars sitting on your ass.
Right. So the good salesmen are always up on their feet, talking
Absolutely.
to the customer as soon as they, kind of like I was telling you about, they're outside waiting for people to pull into the lot.
Yep. I mean, even if you're not busy, you got downtime, right? That downtime's got to consist of making phone calls, even if you're not internet, because you still have customers. You still want to make those phone calls.
Yeah.
Our general manager at the time, I mentioned the sales psychology stuff. It automatically consisted of video. We have a good buddy that makes a shit ton of videos, and he excels very well at it. I know a lot of people might think, hey, that shit's annoying as fuck. Quit making these videos. Quit posting them on Facebook. I don't want to see this shit. But what are you thinking at the same time?
That's his livelihood.
What are you going to think 10 months down the road when you're like, damn, I need a car. Shit, man, my dude just posted a video like 2 months ago. I'm going to go check it out.
Yeah.
You remember that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're automatically going to go to him. That's building his clientele. I mean, and he does a very good job at it. So, yeah, I mean, if you're not willing to put the work in, make videos, text your customers, call your customers, stuff like that, you're not going to sell any cars and you're not going to make any money.
So is it true, which I'm going to say yes, sell more cars, get paid more?
Absolutely.
So let's talk. I mentioned kickback earlier from selling a car.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you get compensated for? Like, tell me how the pay works, because
there's a huge
that's
pay
interesting.
scale. I mean, when you say kickback's mainly on the finance part of it.
Okay.
You get a kickback from the bank. That's your finance part. Other than that, salespeople don't get kickbacks. They don't get none of that shit. Salespeople's pay is based off, you get a draw pay, and I'll explain that. A draw pay is you get a $400 draw pay. Some dealerships are different. The one I worked at, you get a $400 draw pay a week no matter what. So if you don't sell anything, you're guaranteed $400
a month.
A week.
A
sorry.
week. 400 a week. Okay.
400 a week.
No car sales at all.
No car sales, but you got to pay that back. So if you don't sell anything that first week and you're $400, you have $400, but you're $400 in the hole at the same time. So if the following week you sell $1,000 worth, you got to pay $400 of that back. So technically you only got $600.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
So it's like an advance.
So yes, but you got to pay that shit back.
Yeah.
So your goal is to never go into the draw. You always want to sell something, get out of the draw. You don't want to pay the owner his money back that he's paying you. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
They try to fight that shit in court. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. But anyways, their pay. So at the dealership that I worked at, you have you have a fast start and you have a volume pay. And what that is, your fast start is if you sell so many cars before the 15th of the month. So if you sold 6 cars, you got paid $500. If you sold 8 cars, it was $750. If you sold 10 cars, it was $1,000. That's automatic for you. And then if your volume bonus, if you sold 10 cars, that was I think it was $500, 14, 1,000, 1,500 at 18, 2,000 at 20, so on and so forth up to like 28. You top out at like $2,500. So if you sell 28 cars a month, you're guaranteed at least $2,500, and that's not including your commission.
Okay. So I guess the word I was looking for was commission, not kickback.
Okay.
So commission off a car. What exactly does that? Is it how much the car costs? Like if you sell like an $80,000 truck compared to a $15,000 used car,
right,
you get more.
No, not quite.
Okay.
It depends on how much the car is marked up.
Okay.
You get paid strictly on profit. So at the dealership I worked at, you got paid 24% front and back, or I'm sorry, just the front and gross. So what that means is, let's say I sell a car for $10,000. We only had $8,000 in it. That's $2,000 profit, right? So you make 25% of that. That's $500. That's what you get on commission.
Okay.
But a lot of times the misconception is the cars are marked up a shit ton. Not all the time. That's not 100% true, but we'll go over that here later.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
So from what I just heard there, like you're getting $500 from $2,000 for selling, a car that was marked up. That's pretty good money for selling that car.
It's really good money. Now you know why I said I made 6 figures.
Yeah. So I mean, if you have a good month, the sky's the limit, I guess, right?
Absolutely. I know a couple buddy of ours, before I left, actually after I left, I showed him what I made, and then he showed me what he made for his month. I was like, God damn, dude, I might as well go back to selling cars. And I mean, it was a good month.
Yeah.
It's a good month. I mean, anywhere between, the $15,000 to $25,000 a month range. So the money's there.
Jiminy Christmas. If I made that in a month, I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
Dude, you'd be awesome. You would be the best car salesman
dude,
ever.
I got my buddy Roush. He's always told me, he's like, dude, I know you can't give up your weekends. I know you can't.
That's your thing.
That's your thing. But if you could give up, like 4 or 5 years of your life and just give up dude, you could stack so much cash.
Clay, I'm telling you now, you would stack so much cash. I'm telling you.
That's what he keeps telling me.
I mean,
that's kind of what I
got no kids.
I kind of wanted to have you on to explain this more to me. So, I mean, anybody out there, I mean, listen, that might be looking for a new job, this might be it.
We'll get there too.
Yeah.
We'll get there too.
Okay. So back to the pay. Bad month. So you're saying like these guys could make 15 grand to 20 grand a month on a great month.
You can make $2,000 a month.
Exactly. You could make 2. Could you make less?
Yeah. I mean, you got to think, if you don't sell a fucking car, you get $400. That's $1,600. That's all you make. Then you got to pay that back the next month. So you didn't even make it.
Yeah. So either way, so you can keep that $1,600. Say you didn't sell a car the whole month, you could keep that $1,600. But say once you get a paycheck that's above $1,600,
you are in debt $1,600 to start out your next month.
Man, that would be shitty.
Yeah, it'd be
and
tough.
people have tried to fight that in court and everything, and you just can't beat it.
You'd have to grind your balls off to get back up.
And that's the main thing about the car business, man. You got to grind.
Okay.